Let's go. On est reparti. Ah oui, on a le choix. Ah, vérifier la puissance. Oupsie, on n'est pas... Tac, 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 tac. L'heure de la compétition, information publique à la fin, hop là. Donc, ils nous laissent plus du tout le choix au niveau des pubs. Ils nous font plus confiance, de toute manière, on a clairement montré qu'on n'était pas pour le régime.
And this is Jenny.
Hop là, let's go.
Hi, Stacey. That's Colin.
J'ai bougé la cam ici parce que j'ai l'impression que ça permet de voir les sous-titres. Et vu que cette zone n'est pas passionnante pour vous, c'est mieux et vous pouvez voir ainsi le deuxième écran. J'aurais clairement dû faire ça hier. Je me suis dit que le deuxième écran pouvait être intéressant parce qu'on avait eu des communications par la rébellion et que vous, du coup, vous n'avez pas vraiment pu voir avec une grosse tête dessus.
Good evening and welcome to the NNN. I'm Megan Wolf. And who's this, you might be wondering? Well, it's Bring Your Daughter to Work Day here at Channel 1. So I'm joined tonight by my foster daughter, Stacey. Say hello, Stacey. Go fuck yourself.
Beep.
All right then. Here are the stories that matter to you. First up, with advance confirming that the nuclear fallout from the 20-week war is to blame for the drop in birth rates across the territories, we asked you what keeps you going. I know that I, for one, was quite deflated when I heard about this, but reading all your submissions has really put the smile back on my face. This is from Sonia in Larkfordshire. I've had plenty of time to fill, so I've started a new hobby. Since I started knitting, I barely remember that 85% of the country is sterile. My record is this scarf.
Et ils osent dire que c'est la faute des retombées nucléaires.
Thank you for that. And if you've started a new hobby, do write in and tell us about it. Next up, you know how we love your uncanny comestible coincidences, and I don't know about you, but I think this one really takes the biscuit. I'm not sure what I'm more impressed by, Stacey. The things our viewers spot, or the unbelievable way our menu centres are now able to feed every team member every single
Elle est
day.
au bout de sa vie, ta Stacey.
Greg from Proddington has sent us this lovely photo of their breakfast, saying, I couldn't bring myself to eat my toast this morning because I could swear it bore the spitting image of the great Julia Salisbury's relatable face.
Okay.
So I had to make do with a plate of butter and 2 spoonfuls of jam. Do keep those coming in. Can you have a go? We've just got time for one more of your stories, and this one is an inspiring story of rehabilitation. That's it, just tell us who it's from, yeah, and then read it out. Okay.
Apparently, this is from Sherry in Tendon. Here I am, just 6 months out of betterment. I'm healthy, sober and working thanks to the facilities I had access to on the inside. I'll never have to go back to my old life of stealing cars and burning down charity shops. I just wanted to share.
We absolutely love hearing the way our neighbours and team members have been able to become better people. So do let us know your stories here. You can do this bit, Stacey.
No, you're right, thanks.
Come on, give it a try.
Let us know your stories here at the NNN.
Right, bit of a change of pace coming up here. You'll need to use the S effect buttons for the next segment, but advance have already selected when and what to use. Simple stuff. Just
Ouais,
follow
même
your
ça, on n'a plus le droit de choisir. Ils ont vraiment fait des news une chaîne de merde. Bienvenue sur C8. Enfin, avant, c'était des informations sérieuses et tout. Maintenant, c'est le toast.
It's time to celebrate this week's team lottery winners live from the Shakespeare Theatre right here in the capital. We're going to hand over to Julia Salisbury. I suppose you don't think much of her either, eh, Stacey?
She's got a lot more going for her than you wankers.
Okay. approval there from Stacey. Let's go live to the...
J'ai oublié de censurer.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to this week's Team Awards. Of all the many duties I have as team leader, this is by far the most pleasant. As I so often say to you, the uneven past is now, following the demise of Disrupt, firmly behind us. This is the new future, and I say to you, it's better now.
Yay!
I am delighted to be joined here tonight by one of the oldest people in Territory 1. He was born over 107 years ago. Please give a warm team welcome to Alfie Touchbadger.
T'as pas l'air d'avoir 107 ans.
You must have seen so much in your lifetime. What have been some of the highlights? Alfie?
Alfie.
Is he all right?
His hearing aid isn't turned on.
Oh, could you turn it on?
Oh, fiasco.
Drains the battery.
Well, will you tell him that we'll buy him a brand new battery after the presentation?
Yeah, he says that's fine then. And I will help him with that. Yeah.
If you would. Sorry, can't get the staff.
We got it.
So, Alfie.
What?
You're 107
What?
years old.
Oh, don't bloody remind me.
Would you like to tell the audience what that's like?
Well, where is everybody?
Out there, in the dark. Oh, bless him, it's not just the ears.
Who are
C'est
you?
tellement gênant.
2 sugars, please.
I'm Julia Salisbury, the Prime Minister.
I love this story. Who are you really?
No, I really am the Prime Minister.
Oh, so you're
A woman.
Yeah, a woman. One of
Women
them.
can do anything men can do these days, Alfie.
Oh, can you piss standing up?
I can't say I've ever tried.
No, I didn't think so. 2 sugars, please, and not too much milk.
Shall we get to the awards, Alfie?
Oh, are you going to ask me about my life?
Well, I'm not sure we have enough time left now for that, so...
When I was 9, I wanted a pet, so I asked my mum and pap. There was no television then, back then, you know. We made our own entertainment out of coal and roadkill.
Pourquoi je me suis pris un...
Well, that's fascinating.
Ah, je suis trop longtemps sur lui?
They got me a pet, see? But it weren't a dog. They told me it were a dog, but it were a stone.
A stone?
Yes. So I called it Patch, which was a popular name for a dog back then on account of the king having a patchy face. And I decided to introduce him to pretty little Gertie Thimble, who lived up the road.
Oh, how romantic.
She threw my dog in the river. That was the day I decided I'd never marry.
And that's the secret to your long life?
Oh no, I've been married 7 times, divorced 8. There was a mix-up with number 3, see? Yes, I'm just lucky. Are we going back to the home soon?
Soon, Alfie. First, let's turn to the reason we're all here, the weekly Territory 1 Team Awards. First up tonight is a lady who really knows how to put in the extra hours. She works at a transition centre in Hamble-Bamblebury, and she has single-handedly allowed more families to unburden each other than any other nurse in Territory 1. In the uneven past, she'd have been locked up. Tonight, she is being honoured as a team player. Please welcome Daphne Snister.
Ah bah elle a l'air ravie d'être là.
Change me.
Just give her a medal, Alfie. There's a good boy.
Doctor, I mean, 2 sugars, please. And don't let it steep too long.
I think you're supposed to give me one of those.
Well,
There he goes. Look.
I can't get the arms up any higher than that. You'll have to go down, love.
Thank God those fractious times are behind us, and now the territories are thriving.
Oh, Ian, as the actor said to the bishop.
Yes, thank you. I've got it from here.
Well done. Daphne Snifter, everybody. Now, open your envelope and find out what you've won. Crikey, don't hold back there. She's tougher than one of Peter's homemade Ethel's cakes.
Got it. I've won a holiday for 2 in Territory 15.
Yeah.
San Palmerino, didn't it?
I believe it did, yes.
Why couldn't we have stuck with that then? It's easier to remember.
We're all one nation now.
Hang on a minute. Isn't it still on fire?
Daphne Snifter,
Voilà, on fait bien le travail.
Oh, what about my
On essaye de garder notre boulot.
Why can't it take 3 days now?
We'll get to that, Alfie.
Oh, right you are, love.
Next up tonight is a couple from Farnley who, after a rocky start losing their family's ill-gotten gains to the Assets and Wealth Act, have really embraced the new future, setting up a community farm and petting zoo in their local area for all the local children to play. Please welcome Otho and Lobelia, Jackson Randy Medals, Alfie.
You know, when I was in the trenches, I had a pal called Scotty Wilson. He was from way up north, so I didn't understand a bloody word he said. But he were my best mate.
Should we describe them for ourselves?
Probably for the best.
And his best mate was Smudger Ace. There was them.
Qu'est-ce qu'il nous raconte?
Terry, Unstable Terry, and of course, Leggy Sydney. She were a girl. But she had a boy's name, so they shipped her to the front anyway. First girl any of us has ever seen close up. She's dead now. They all are. Smudger and Scotty never made it home. Fiddley got shanked in Frankfurt prison in an argument over an olive. And Terry, he exploded quietly at home. Sydney got a fatal skin condition. Scratched herself to death.
Oh, d'où Jésus.
Thanks, Alfie. Great contribution. So, Otho and Lobelia, a petting zoo.
After we lost all our wealth, we discovered there were actually people who had never even owned a pony.
Oh.
So we decided to do something about it. That's the type of people we are, you see. Advantage of a private education, probably.
Well, I'm sure we could debate that all night, but there's no time. So, let's see what you've won.
Yes, but before we do it, there's something I need to say to you.
Oh, absolutely. Every citizen of the new future has my ear.
When advance came to power, you took all of our wealth. You took the shirts off of our backs.
Quite literally, in my case, I used to collect shirts.
You might as well have the rest of it, too.
Oh, security!
Oh God, not again. If I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. Bennies and the news are not good bedfellows. Keep those flappy bits off my channel, Alex.
Oui, 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 c'est en cours, c'est en cours.
Oh, no.
Got to go. It isn't right and it isn't fair.
You tell him, girl. That's my wife, you know. Oh, no, you don't.
You can't mix pearls with swine. It isn't right. We used to have 3 horses. Then turned to Thistle and hung well. And now what have we got? 2 mangy goats, 1 mongrel dog called Quelle, and a rooster that won't bloody shut up.
Can we get this over quickly with, please?
That's the actress.
Nud, nud, daladao, comment ça va?
Oh, here we go again. Hello, Alfie Tags.
Oups, Daisy.
Pleased to meet you.
Sur ce bout de l'émission, nous sommes actuellement en train de jouer le jeu du parti et d'être bien élevés.
Oh, don't worry, love. I'll protect you. Oh, 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 oh.
You better break know what he knows.
Ça va bien, merci. Est-ce que tu passes un bon dimanche? Qu'est-ce que tu vas faire de beau?
And we go to the promenade at Shining on Sea and watch all the pretty girls on the beach. Everything was black and white then, of course. We'd visit the Penny Arcade and try
Oh,
to
tu vas voir
get
quoi?
a some lard to take home for the family. You couldn't buy lard in those days. You had to win it. Oh, it was so much simpler back then. Boys were boys, girls were girls.
Bah alors, vous avez pas envie de voir ça? J'ai dit que j'étais sage. Silly me.
You'd hear the music, the pipe organ, drifting over the nearby fields. My mum used to call it the most magical sound in the world. This was before she lost her hearing after getting a particularly loud round of applause.
Ah bah écoute, tu me diras ce que t'en as pensé. J'hésite énormément à aller le voir. Moi, je suis plutôt hypée par la bande-annonce. Je trouve qu'il y a l'air d'avoir des bons trucs dedans. Les gens sont un petit peu en compétition à qui détestera le plus vite. Donc je n'écoute pas les gens. En tout cas, pas l'opinion qu'on peut avoir sur les réseaux sociaux. Je trouve qu'il a l'air pas mal.
And with fertility falling throughout the territories, we should value our fabulous new generation now more than ever. Our final winner tonight is a go-getter who really went and got 'em, helping to root out more than 170 disrupt collaborators in his own neighborhood.
Oh bordel!
Then he's gone on to be a senior cohesion cadet leader and organised all of the entertainment at last year's camp cooperation. Our final winner tonight, Edwin Neverley.
Waouh! Le mec a dénoncé tellement de gens qu'il a une médaille.
It's an absolute pleasure to finally meet you. We're very similar, in my opinion.
Well, I've never been much of a role model.
Nonsense, Prime Minister. You have saved this country. You have fought enemies, foreign and domestic, with 9 fists. As with my own tiny fists have I.
Well, let's open the envelope and find out what you've won. Maybe it'll be a fist enlargement.
Petit chat.
A year's internship as a behaviour coach at Betterment. Let's show the fools where they went wrong, eh?
Well, actually, Betterment is about rehabilitation, Edwin.
Absolutely. And if they don't reintegrate, we retaliate. Just like you did at Liberation Night. Thank you
Okay.
for this award. And stay vigilant. Report the non-cohesives. Be a team player.
That concludes tonight's award.
Yay!
Next week, when hopefully things will be a lot more normal. Back to you, Megan.
Eh bah,
Be there at a highly eventful team awards ceremony. Any thoughts on this week's winners, Stacey?
The nurse was fucking scary, the pretties were saggy, and that little prick will never lose his virginity.
Okay, well, succinctly put there, if a little profane. After the break,
Elle a
we'll be
plutôt
going
raison.
live to a star-studded premiere. You won't believe who's on the red carpet tonight. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. And we're out.
Oh, Alex, one other... What's that? You're off already? I know you had to take the day off work with uni, but... Oh, I see. No luck still with Theodore. I'm so sorry, darling. I'll speak to you later. Oh, Alex, completely forgot what I was going to say. Blasted. You're lucky your Susie is outside the catchment area and exempt for today.
Comic disaster.
ah, c'est-à-dire que sa fille aussi réussit pas à faire des enfants. Ah ouais, 85% de stérilité, quel bonheur.
Are you receiving us?
Are you fucking with us? Oh, right. So she can swear.
From and to your hearts. An original composition of cooperation and cohesiveness. A song of solidarity for a steadfast...
Note de segment E? Oh, ça va. Pas été si mauvaise. Oui, j'ai montré la protestante en train de se faire tabasser, mais bah, fallait pas la tabasser, tout simplement. C'est quoi le but du jeu? C'est le même jeu qu'on jouait hier, chaton. Gère la régie de la télévision, des news, dans une dystopie sous un régime totalitaire. Et du coup, la manière dont on diffuse les infos, ou les pubs, ou ceci, où on censure pas, tout ça, a une incidence sur l'ensemble du pays, en fait. Donc c'est à nous de choisir, est-ce qu'on va dans le sens du gouvernement, ou est-ce qu'on est un peu rebelle? Le tout en voyant à quel point le gouvernement est une grosse merde. Voilà.
Welcome back. Stacey's still here.
Wishing she wasn't.
Thanks, Stacey. And in this segment, we're delighted to have sent Robin and Patrick to the movies.
Il est très fun en vrai, vraiment, il est excellent.
Of The Automated, starring Lawrence Blunderclatch and the late great Helena Canterbury Boatshoe, and all the stars are out tonight. We first covered this film almost 5 years ago, back when it was called The Medicated. Then, for mysterious reasons, the film was suddenly pulled the night before its release. Well, since then, executive producer George Focus has spent 5 long years polishing the film and turning it into a special edition and premiering tonight. With extensive state-of-the-art visual effects and a top-quality voice team, George says it's the movie he always wanted to make. Now, let's take a look at it.
Da-da-da-da-da. Donc ils ont tout changé, je pense. Ah!
I can't deconstruct it. I can't deconstruct it.
Is this a wig?
You think I don't grow that?
J'avoue que je me souviens plus du tout
I'll kill you. Think of Sam.
du film tel qu'il nous l'avait monté il y a du coup 5 ans. Très sûr que ça n'avait rien à voir. Même la colo était pas la même.
I wish you were real, baby. Flesh and blood.
Captain Quasar.
But you're just ones and zeros, baby. If only I'd noticed.
Captain Quasar.
You rusted, but I didn't notice.
Captain.
I'm buffering, chick, you said.
Got one on you.
God damn it, lost it all!
Here's a map.
What's a map? Okay, so head north on Interstellar Avenue, left at the asteroid belt, and a tricky 3-point turn at Uranus. What are these symbols? This corner, this is the key.
We could shut it down.
Yes,
Et
yes,
là on est
we
en
could
train de
shut it
gérer des
down.
interférences. Ça arrive de temps en temps.
But we
Ça fait
have
un
to
petit
ask
jeu là sur le
ourselves,
côté.
who are we?
Ta. C'est long. Oh. Ok.
Gosh, thrilling stuff. What did you think, Stacey? Thrilling stuff. What did you think, Stacey?
The robots were alright, I guess.
They certainly were. Let's go over to Robin Short now in Western Square, who I believe has got the star of the show. Robin!
Well, Megan, I'm joined by not one, but both of the stars, Lawrence Blunderclatch and Helena Canterbury Boatshoe. Thank you so much.
No, thank you.
Non, laisse-moi tranquille.
That Helena and I are even here.
Damn it.
Don't you agree?
Well, I couldn't.
Absolutely right, darling.
And you two have both become absolutely huge in the past couple of years, haven't you?
Even huger, yes, that's right. I feel very lucky, very, very lucky to be born, well, you know. And Helena is in massive demand too at the moment. She's still the face of a major cosmetics brand, and she's booked to do a one-woman Lear in the summer.
Wow, it sounds like you're both very busy. But is there any chance we'll get to see you together on screen again?
No, I'm really not supposed to mention this, but yes, we are doing a little something together.
No.
I'm playing a weathered starship captain from another galaxy, and Helena is my droid companion.
But how does that work?
I spend 7 hours in makeup now.
No, how does Helena play a droid?
Oh, we just pop her on a roller skate.
Wow. Well, Lawrence Blunt
Look fantastic. That suit is gorgeous.
Oh, thank you.
Thank going over to Patrick Bannon now.
Oops.
Patrick, will we be seeing you in a movie anytime soon?
Thank you, Robin. Let's hope not. I'm actually joined here by...
Billy Bob Jean Short. And surely you recognize my youngest, pop sensation, Lil D. Her Lil C Colors album drops next week.
Actually, we weren't expecting Lil C. Is she...
She's around. She's not been feeling very well. She's put me in charge.
Has she?
Well, the courts have. They gave me stewardship
On est
over
supposé la
her
connaître,
estate,
l'actrice?
finances.
Elle me dit rien.
Her internal soul, praise Craglar.
Praise Craglar. Wow. But is she coming just because we've got some questions for her?
Well, she might be along later, but as our legal and spiritual guardian, I'll be happy to answer any questions on her behalf.
And Lil D, was it? Well, you look great.
Oh, thank you. You know what? I feel great.
Well, who are you wearing?
I'm wearing Little C and you could be too.
Really?
Little C's new line launches tonight. This is one of my favourite looks. It's called... Ah!
Oh, what a unique name!
Hard to spell though.
But of course, Lil C is basically fashion royalty now with a veritable clothing empire to
Pourquoi il
her
me fait
name.
bip?
Yeah, well, the label's gone from strength to strength since our initial TV launch on this very show, actually.
Oh, yeah, that's
Pourquoi il
right.
m'emmerde à ce point là sur les interférences?
For all this.
Habituellement, il est pas aussi
This
chiant.
hat costs more than my second jet. Feel that? Feel that?
Yes, it's a nice hat.
Person.
And Fruits magazine has named me the youngest self-made success story ever.
And do you have any advice for anyone wanting to follow in your footsteps?
Absolutely. All you need to succeed on your own is your family's financial backing and pre-existing fame. It's not rocket science, people.
Oh, well, but
C'est
in sadder
très
news,
très vrai.
I'm right that Lil C is going to be retiring.
Est-ce que vous entendez ça, les
isn't it?
Swifties?
Yeah, I'm afraid so. I'm sure you can imagine. At 25, she's far too old for pop music now. She can't keep up with these young stars. So, her best of album is out now, and she's touring that later this year. And then her farewell tour the year after that. And that's her last chance to see her. So, until the reunion tour, and then the classic tour after that. But it's been a long and varied career, as you can imagine. She's very, very proud of herself.
Oh, and if her health's bad, then maybe it's for the best.
What's wrong with her health? Oh, yes, her health. Her poor health. And it's surprisingly expensive treatments. Curse you, Zaytan! Damn your intergalactic justice!
Qu'est-ce qu'il raconte?
Oh, yeah. Well, we'd better be letting you get back. Those babies
Les
aren't gonna
cheveux?
sell themselves.
Bah, va chez le coiffeur, mon
Possibly at
chaton.
all. Billy Bob, Lil C, D, thank you so much for joining me. And do pass our best wishes to Lil C.
Who? Oh,
Now, it looks like Robin is with a music legend who actually is irreplaceable. Is that who I think it is, Robin?
Absolutely is, Patrick. Jesus, I almost can't believe you're here. How have you been?
You know, I like to walk amongst
Ah,
the people
stop, les
now and
interférences, j'en peux plus. C'est vraiment pas drôle.
Right, yes.
then. And to be close is to be human. And to be human is to be apart. Right, that was good, write that down. Hey, Rachel, write that one down.
It's good to see you've done so well for yourself.
Thank you, my child. You know, I have you to thank for that. If it was never for your show supporting me and my music, I never would have transcended.
Now, there are rumours going around that you might be running for office. Is there any truth to that?
Ooh.
Yeah, that's absolutely true, yeah.
But you're aware that elections have been suspended in the territories?
No, I'm not running to be no Prime Minister.
Oh, you're not?
No. I'm gonna be King of the Moon.
Ok, Kanye West.
King of the Moon?
Yes.
No, sorry. You're running for King of the Moon?
No, not running. It's my birthright.
And does this have anything to do with promoting your
On est
upcoming
clairement sur une
hip opera,
parodie de Kanye
Chase
West.
in Space?
Hush now. Cynicism is so unmoon.
Okay. And how long will this last? Will it go the way of last year's Living as a Mouse fiasco? Or maybe your foray into ventriloquist beats?
I don't make the moon rules. I merely live by them.
So, are you looking forward to seeing the automated?
You know, I don't believe in film. Thou shalt keep thine image still and holy. That's track 4, Jesus Christ Megastar.
Okay, thank you for your time and good luck with your new life.
Et Kanye Wish, exactement.
And with you, my child.
Intense là les interférences, j'en ai marre. Que me disais-tu? J'attends que ma soeur revienne, je vais les couper. Ah bah oui, pratique. Ça fera moins cher.
I'm gonna see if we can grab someone else to have a chat. Back to you. Robin, but I think Stacey and I are probably in quite enough trouble where we are. So, 3 big names there, Stacey.
Yeah, big names.
Any thoughts about them, maybe from your generation's perspective?
You won't like my opinions.
Oh, go on, try me.
Well, Bumbanonk is so old he's like 1 week away from a transition centre, so who cares? And Lil C was cool when I was like 12 or something, but now she's just another fucking loony. And Jesus is a disrupt-loving wanker who should have died with the rest of them 3 years ago.
You're right.
You agree with me?
No, you're right, I don't like your opinions. But thankfully, we can go back to Patrick now, who has another familiar face to catch up with. Oh, Patrick!
We're on the edges of our seats, Megan, except we're standing. I apologise if I get overexcited, but any moment now, we're going to meet with the cast of the hottest new TV show. It's on every Saturday night. Have you guessed it? Yes, it's Big Chris's House of Chris's.
Maison des chrétiens, quoi? Stop!
Hello! It's good to see you, Big Chris. We love your show.
Oh, thanks, mate. It's really good to be here.
And are you excited for the automated?
Eh ben écoute, volontiers, passe une bonne séance. À tout à l'heure.
Patient Chris and rude Chris.
Fuck off. Are the other Chris's here as well?
Yeah, some of them couldn't make it, but some of the boys are here. Hello, we've got Boss Chris, Quiet Chris, and Remorseful Chris. Oh my. Pocket Chris is around here somewhere, but I haven't seen him in ages.
What about Chris Reloaded?
Oh no, he's not. He couldn't make
He's
it.
reloaded.
Chris 2 Electric Boogaloo's here. Yeah. Oh Jesus Christ, it's Mormon Chris.
Hello.
Oh. Have you seen Cardboard Chris? There he is. Oi.
Look, I wouldn't normally ask this, but spill the gossip. Is there anyone in the cast you don't get on with?
Well, everyone would think he'd be Killer Chris, but he's all right. Yeah, he's really into crosswords. I think it'd probably be Surfer Chris.
Aw, bummer, man.
Or Disco Chris.
Ow!
Honestly, he's god-awful.
Bit of cheeky celeb insight there.
Oh shit, I better go actually, before Sheriff Chris and Chris Beard fall out again. Oh no, sorry, I've got to go, too late, sorry. I'll see you inside.
No,
Yeah?
thank you, Big Chris. Amazing. Megan, you know, I've heard the production have actually had to hire out a separate screen exclusively for them. I'm sure they'll love the movie. What a pleasure to meet with such varied and talented stars.
Yay!
Megan.
Thanks, Patrick. What a colourful interview there on what looks like an amazing night. They certainly know how to make an entrance, I hope. And the automated really does seem to have unstoppable written all over it, because despite Boris Horsey in Hours magazine calling it Lawrence Blunderclatch's overly long suicide note, in a review which ends with the words, "and he hasn't even had the decency to see it through," the film, which is free to all residents of the territories, has seen record pre-bookings and looks set to run for months and months. But let's go back to those lucky few seeing it tonight. Oh, I'm so jealous. Robin, you seen anything unusual there?
Donc là, on va avoir des interférences, sinon c'est pas drôle.
Well, will you settle for the territory's most eligible bachelor? 5 years ago, Steve Saxon was an unknown. Then a series of incredible performances in acclaimed productions from Hamlet's Jam to the curious rise of Algernon Ding Dong made him the most wanted man in drama. He's been voted sexiest man under 25 for 3 successive years. Now, let's see if he'll talk to the NNN. Excuse me, Mr. Saxon. Steve, have you got a moment to spare to talk to the NNN?
Oh, hi, the NNN. You know, your show gave me my first chance at an audience. The raw me, Steve 1.0.
I remember. Even then, everyone could see there was something so special about you. The whole thing is burned into my mind.
A moment is the very least I can give your amazing viewers in return.
Not that we're actually going anywhere. Where is she?
Are you going to introduce us to your date?
But of course, this
I'm
is...
Charlotte Winstanley Hamilton. I was in Hey Friendship too. You know, that scene you burned into your mind. I was in that.
No. Sorry. Don't remember you at all. Are you sure you were in that?
Yes, I was the pretty one. Tell her, Steve.
Looks are really important.
Well, if you say so, Steve. So it's been a big year for you. I believe you've been tackling the bard.
Yeah, so I've been working with an enfant terrible called Quentin Sucker Punch. We've been doing all the Shakespeares.
Crikey, all of them?
Yeah, so we shoot one a week. I play all the parts. So I learn them at the weekend and then we shoot them naked in his steam room. The lighting in there is really good.
Sorry, did you say naked?
Yes.
Elle est tellement in love.
I'm in a variety of hats. It's an old theatrical tradition.
I had a single out. It was called Look at Me.
And you did that advert, didn't you, babe?
Is that your dental floss?
And the sex tape, of course.
Steve! I don't like to talk about that. Although apparently it's available for $11.99 everywhere. Just ask your newsagent.
So, what is your favourite
Ok.
Shakespeare play then,
Chacun
Steve?
sa promo.
I like the wordy one.
It's starting soon. I'm going to miss the trailers, and we haven't even got any popcorn yet.
She'll be here.
Oh, I'm sorry I'm late, guys. What took you so long? There was an injured pigeon. I'll explain on the way in.
L'autre facette de la télévision, exactement. Bah voilà, c'est juste... C'est plus du tout les news, là, clairement. Depuis tout à l'heure, c'est que du divertissement, en fait. Comment ça va, Beatbox?
Actually, last year I was overseas bringing art to the starving children from outside the territories. They may not have food, but they can still have commedia.
Good for you.
And now I'm in an experimental physical theatre piece about the existential angst of Wicker.
Amazing. So artsy.
We do it above a pub on Thursdays. I was also the girl who got murdered in the bath in Night Slasher 3.
Haven't seen it.
She was brilliant.
Thanks, Steve.
Fucking hilarious.
Yeah. Thanks, Steve. I think it's starting soon and I really need a thimble. Oh my god, you need the loo now. We're gonna
Ça roulotte.
You were so selfish. Sorry.
We've got to go.
Oh, of course. Thank you so much for talking with us and enjoy the movie.
Thanks. Love the NNN.
I love you guys. Stop showing off.
Oui, 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 nous aussi on t'aime. J'ai rien écouté à ce que tu racontais.
Megan, I can't believe that. Steve Saxon, Harriet Winstanley-Hamilton, and someone else, can't remember her name for the life of me. I'm too starstruck, if I'm honest. I think I've just come. Back to you, Megan.
Ok, c'était inapproprié.
And enjoy the movie. The Automated opens in cinemas across the territories this weekend. What a star-studded event, eh, Stacey?
Who cares? No one goes to the cinema these days.
Of course. We'll be back after these messages. I still go to the cinema.
You should get yourself a video recorder, like the one at the home.
Bien en mi-enfilé dans tes pantoufles, et bah c'est parfait. Écoute, relaxe-toi, détends-toi, pendant que nous terminons le jeu. Ouais, bah écoute, moi ça va nickel. Bonne fin de soirée hier, grosse grasse matinée ce matin, et nous voilà de retour.
I know he is. It was on his rider. Apparently it's medicinal.
Ronnie's always high. Give him orange juice.
God, she speaks.
He's a stupid cunt.
And just like that, you wish she wouldn't.
Note de segment D. Mais pourquoi ils sont aussi méchants avec moi? Il était pas mauvais mon segment.
We seem to be a bit bunched up at Len.
Oh, don't worry. It's so cold.
It's what now? Oh, here's Megan. She's going to be interviewing you.
Hello. Hi.
This is her. This is Stacey.
Well, hello there, Stacey.
Fuck off, Ronnie.
Right. No, I'm sorry, but if we can't be polite, you're going to have to wait in the dressing room.
Whatever.
Do you want to go and wait in the dressing room?
No.
Oh, l'humiliation.
No what?
No. Thank you.
Okay. And sit up straight. You're ruining my shot.
That's 10 seconds, everybody.
Noko.
Fucking right, Noko.
What's that? What's no?
Bring in 5, 4, 3.
Let's go.
Welcome back. For our final segment tonight, Stacey and I are delighted to be joined by Heat Rash. Their new album, Girls and Why We Love Them All, comes out this weekend. So, let me see if I can get this right. It's Nolan.
I write the songs.
Ronnie.
That's what it says on the tattoo.
Oh, you've got a tattoo of your name on yourself. Okay.
In case he forgets it.
This raconteur, you must be Chinny. Why do they call you Chinny?
It's because of this ugly old thing.
I don't know what you mean.
God, you're so fucking embarrassing.
Dale. Crikey, Dale, you do not look old enough to be in a band.
I get that a lot.
Bloqué sur les danseurs.
The oldest
Qu'est-ce
one.
que...
I have a
Flûte,
great
eh, oh.
God, I'm so sorry. I didn't know that.
It's so cool, pretty.
It's only messing with you.
He's actually 58.
Okay, right.
Ah, sur les publicités. Visiblement, c'est le retour des boys band.
What does TP stand for?
Mais ah!
It stands for team player.
I see. How long have you had that nickname?
Ever since Nolan decided Terry Prodance was a shit name for a member of a boy band.
Noko, Ronnie.
Yeah, Noko, Ronnie.
Sorry, what does no-co mean?
It's the opposite of Soko.
Ah.
Fuck's sake. Soko.
Yeah.
So cohesive. You pretees say cool.
Right, okay, thank you, Stacey.
Sorry about her.
Not your fault. She's uneven.
So, you guys met through a popular show on one of our rival channels, didn't you?
Yeah, team players with a Z.
So, how did that work then?
Well, actually, Dale and I knew each other from school. We were actually classmates. And
Fuck's sake, Nolan, mate. Give someone else a chance. We all went on team players. We all auditioned. The judges put us into bands. And, yeah, we went to their houses.
Ok, c'est les One
it's an
Direction.
example of how we're greater than the sum of our parts when we work in harmony.
And occasionally singing it.
So every week on the show, they get these bands and they give them a song that the producer just found from on the somewhere.
Actually, I write the song.
J'ai perdu le rythme, hein, clairement, depuis hier.
The public would phone in and decide which song they like best.
Right, and then the losers would be eliminated. Yeah?
Mum.
Noko. Pretty. So Noko. The band who get the most approval gets to play their song again.
Sure. So what happens to the losers then?
Mum.
T'as pas le droit de dire loser?
We don't use the L word anymore.
What do you mean losers?
Would you please stop saying that? That word is a pejorative.
Elle va se faire
It's a word
remplacer.
designed to diminish. At Go-Getters, I learned very early that we only win.
Elle est plus in. Ouh là là.
Sorry, that's not real life, is it? That's just sports board, no?
Thought you were Soko.
Yeah, I am Soko.
Nah, you're a shrinker. Can't be friends with shrinkers.
She doesn't know what you're talking about. She doesn't understand.
So I do understand, actually, Stacey.
What's a shrinker?
Well, a shrinker.
What's
is,
a pretty, Mum? What's a pretty?
Well, I think it means someone who's older, doesn't it?
Pre-territories.
It's someone who turned 18 before the new future. We call you pretees.
Unevens.
Mimi.
Nonks.
It's not her fault she's old. She can't help it.
I'm not that old. I'm trying
to help you here.
I don't think I need your help.
See? Total Mimi.
Is that so?
Yes, obviously.
You know what the real problem with you lot is? You just can't get over the fact that your beloved Disrupt are gone and you just don't fit in anymore. But the truth is, Disrupt were violent, no-co, pricks being led by a fucking psycho. I'm glad they lost, and you should be too.
Listen, not everyone over 30 supported Disrupt, Stacey.
Not everyone, no, but one fuck-off lot of you did.
Beep.
Lot of you did.
Soko, Stacey. Soko.
We've all learned maybe a little bit more than we expected to there. I'm genuinely delighted to have met Heat Rash. And before we end the show tonight, I think you're going to sing for us, aren't you?
Yes, that's right. We're going to sing a song from Girls and Why We Love Them All called Pieces of My Heart.
which is about a real relationship I had with an actual girl.
Oh, Nolan, give it a rest, mate. No one cares. Go on, let's get on these stools, lads.
Right.
Ok. Bon, c'était gênant.
So, Stacey, can I get your contact?
Oh, she's 15. Go on, piss off and sing the
Elle a
song.
clairement pas 15 ans.
So, here they are with their latest single, Pieces of My Heart. Are you excited, Stacey?
Not for me, no. I only listen to blip music and a bit of jizzcore. Pop music is...
Ah, yes, I know I meant to mention this earlier. Apparently, these newfangled boy bands change singer all the bloody time. Try and follow along, eh? Keep the shot on whoever is currently singing the lead vocal.
Ok, sur la personne qui chante.
I saw you standing by the menu center with a brand new pair of Lakers, baby. Do you remember? You took the first of the pieces of my heart.
You wandered into a bush and grabbed a vodka and stank. Took our assets and our wealth and drew them out of the bag.
I gave you little pieces of my
Je n'écoute rien du tout.
I didn't know two hearts could ever feel like this, girl. It's like you were custom made for me by Remington's Mist. I take all of the loves that didn't last and leave them in the uneven past. Share the new future as my bride. You snatch me inside. There's no need
Une Corée.
all the times that you cry. As my old man used to say, you blow me away. I just want you to stay. I don't want you to pay. You make me crazier than Neil today.
Ok.
On Liberation Night, girl, I was sitting beside you.
We sat there shaking all the way through inside.
Peut-être c'est lui qui chante.
We held each other as things fell.
Ah, c'est mauvais, hein. Il y en a certains, ils chantent un peu faux même.
We took a train through all the territories and we threw away the rules and wrote our personal stories.
You took a dozen pieces of my heart.
Mais vraiment, j'entends pas ce qu'ils disent, quoi. Peut-être.
Ever feel like this, girl? It's like you were custom made for me by Remington's Fist. I take all of the loves that didn't last. I leave them there, the uneven past. Share the new future as my bride. Snatch me inside. There's no need to hide all the times you have cried. As my old man used to say, blow me away.
En plus, ils sont vraiment pas mignons.
I want you to stay. I just want you to play. You make me crazier than Neil. Make me crazier than Neil today.
Ok.
And now I'm staring at your membership card.
Ok, ok.
Picture beaming brighter than a handful of flaws. I'm trying to find the pieces of my heart and leave them in
Pourquoi s'il y a un bip là sur le côté?
Share the future as my bride. You snatch me inside. There's no need to hide all the times that you cried. As my old man used to say, you blow me away. I
Ok.
just want you to stay. I just want you to play. You make me crazier than Neil. Crazier than Neil.
Qui est nul.
Crazier than Neil
C'est qui, Emile? Ils sont en train de me stresser. Regarde-moi cette tête. Wow.
Thank you, Nikash.
C'est gênant.
That was actually really good. Best of luck. Thank you for coming in. Now it's almost time for final thoughts tonight. And I've actually asked Stacey
Y a pas eu
to write a few.
un morceau de news.
Programmed onto the auto cue now. Now I have no idea what she's going to say. So fingers on that bleep button in the broadcast room just in case. Take it away, Stacey.
My name is Stacey.
Okay.
I guess you know that by now. Put that in there. Anyway. I don't watch the news. There's no need. You hear all the important stuff from your mates, so I don't know what's considered important anymore. But I'm pretty sure that it's not rehashed movies and fucking boy bands, so... Anyway. I'm going to talk about what's important to me. When Advance were first elected, 6 years ago, I was 9, and in a home.
Ça fait 6 ans.
Not a family home, like you call a home. This was a state children's home. It was fucking awful, actually. It was like a Charles Dickens book. The roof leaked and the walls were damp some mornings. The food was bad. Drugs and alcohol were everywhere. No one cared. You had to watch your back all the time because there weren't enough staff to manage us.
Ouais.
And yes, as you'd imagine, there was a lot of some bad stuff went down there with some of the staff. Okay. Not all of them, but the others knew, and they didn't stop it. And then Advance won the election. And like a miracle, things started to change. They got better. We had nicer food. The home was not just repaired, but redecorated and kitted out with books and sports stuff and musical instruments and video games. Most of the staff were fired, and the new ones, which there were more of, spent time talking and working with the bullies. And you know what? A second miracle. It worked. The bullying stopped. My life, got better.
Okay.
Finally,
La meuf est une meilleure pub pour le gouvernement que tout ce que tu puisses imaginer. Hein.
Had the guts to do it. I joined Go-Getters, and on Liberation Night, that gave me a group of friends that I could talk with when the bombs went off and the power went out. Another miracle. I wasn't alone anymore. And that was the night I finally understood the importance of being in a team. So here's my final thought. I know the people who were doing better under the old system long to go back. You say, we were freer. But what you mean is, we were richer. But for every one of you, there is 100 of me. And even now, after all you've had taken away, you are still doing better than I am, than I likely ever will. You still have homes of your own and families of your own who love you. And I'll never have that. So maybe you should stop looking for the worst interpretation of everything this amazing government does and realise it's not for you. It's for the millions like me. And you can cry and bleat all you want, but you're never going to get your money back because it's already been spent on miracles.
Mais stop! Bien essayé d'écouter.
Thank you, Stacey, for that. My name's Megan Wolf. Let's keep making tomorrow better.
And we're out.
C'était puissant ce qu'elle nous a fait là. Hein?
Is that all right? Yes, that was more than all right.
Nicely done. I think you might have actually given them something to think about.
So I guess you're going to be taking me back to the home now then.
I was thinking we could go out somewhere and, I don't know, have a meal, talk about our options, if that's okay.
Of course, Miss Wolf. Security will be standing by.
So they're always there then?
There was a thing a few years ago now.
Oh, with that Jeremy bloke? I heard about that, everyone did. Were you here back then? Doesn't look old enough.
She's
growing on me.
Yeah, she does that.
We are producing more and
Des? Mais ils sont tellement méchants. C'était pas si mauvais. Non, franchement, je trouvais que son discours était vachement puissant. Et ça donne vachement à réfléchir. C'était très intéressant comme morceau. Franchement, ils sont durs. Regarde comment on a bien évolué. Mission sans interférence, un monde sage d'une nullité affligeante. Oh, ça va. Perturbation réduit au silence avec Masteria. Merci. Maestria, pardon. Bah non, c'est pas gentil. On a réussi à gagner l'audimat et tout. Vous avez reçu un petit peu à payer, sérieusement? D'être gérable. Ah, on n'est pas terrible, hein. En plus, là, on a été gentil, on a fait ce que le parti voulait, tout. Voilà, le parti va bien, la révolution va bien, la chaîne est toujours pas contente avec moi. Je sais pas ce qu'il leur faut, hein. Mais du coup, est-ce que j'ai compris, Megan, elle veut adopter la gamine? Jour 2079. Une victoire arrive. Comment ça? Quel genre de victoire? Tu te retrouves une fois de plus dans le bureau de Boseman. Son bureau est propre et bien rangé, exactement comme il aime, aussi ennuyeux que lui. C'est assez rare qu'il soit en retard. La porte s'ouvre derrière toi, juste au moment où tu commences à spéculer sur les raisons de son retard. Winston, tu es déjà là. Bien. Bon, je vais être bref. Nous savons tous les deux que ton engagement envers ce poste est quelque peu défaillant. Tu es ici depuis presque 6 ans et pendant cette période, il vérifie quelques notes sur son bureau. Pas vraiment un bon début. Tu as un problème pour suivre des instructions simples et claires. Un bon exemple de ce problème, c'est quand tu as diffusé la cassette de propagande de perturbation il y a quelques années. On ressent encore aujourd'hui les conséquences de cet acte. Fonce les sourcils et secoue la tête. Avoue que tu savais que ça finirait par te retomber dessus un jour ou l'autre. Oui, on savait. J'ai une note élevée dans le cœur des spectateurs. Merci, merci les spectateurs. Ton implication prouvée ou non lors de l'attaque de perturbation n'a pas été mise sous le tapis. Cette nuit-là a coûté très cher à Canal 1, aussi bien financièrement qu'en termes de réputation. Et moi, hop là, boum. Sache que si j'avais la moindre ombre de preuve, eh bien, on ne serait certainement pas en train de discuter en ce moment. News. Ton attitude générale laisse beaucoup à désirer. Tu ne manifestes jamais l'envie d'en faire plus ou de faire des heures supplémentaires quand il faut. Tu refuses de te rendre à des événements ou des soirées organisées par l'entreprise. On a remarqué toutes ces choses, tu sais. Wesh, on est allé à l'événement. As-tu un jour oublié ça? Écoute-moi bien, Winston. Je vais être franc avec toi. Je ne t'aime pas. S'il n'en tenait qu'à moi, tu aurais pris la porte depuis longtemps. Mais maintenant que nous sommes une entreprise publique, ça m'est beaucoup plus difficile de me débarrasser de toi sans passer par la paperasse administrative, et jusqu'à présent tu as réussi à te faufiler entre les mailles du filet grâce à ta médiocrité. Et je veux que tu saches que je guette le moindre de tes faux pas. Maintenant retourne au travail. Oh bah maintenant on sait ce qu'ils pensent de nous. Calme-toi, hein, peut-être. Ah, dis donc, on me l'a jamais fait celle-là. Jour 2303, une conclusion inévitable. Comment ça? C'est tard. Il a neigé toute la journée et tu n'as pas bougé de chez toi car tu préfères rester au chaud. Normalement tu aimes la neige, mais aujourd'hui, elle n'a été rien d'autre qu'un obstacle. Et demain, tu auras un jour de congé et tu pourras peut-être en profiter. Tu peux remonter, bébé. Oh, vite! Oh, et oh. Sam adorait la neige. Comment ça, adorait? Quand les enfants étaient plus jeunes, Sam les habillait chaudement et les emmenait toujours jouer dehors. Et cela fait un moment que ce n'est pas arrivé. Ton nouveau lieu de vie n'est pas aussi douillet. En plus, tu ne peux pas te permettre de mettre le chauffage. C'est vrai qu'on a déménagé. Sam arrive en trombe malgré le froid, un sac de course à la main. Non, tout va bien avec ça. J'aurais besoin d'un coup de main, s'il te plaît. Il reste beaucoup de choses dans la voiture. Sam ne peut pas tout amener à la cuisine sans un coup de main. Mais bon, tu as travaillé toute la journée et Sam a passé la plupart de la journée à la maison, comme d'habitude. Toi, tu n'utilises pas l'ascenseur comme une personne normale, c'est pas gentil. Non, on arrive tout de suite. Bien sûr, mon amour. Alors que tu te précipites pour l'aider à porter les sacs, Sam te lance un sourire reconnaissant. J'ai presque tout récupéré et il n'en reste que 2 ou 3 en bas. Tu sors et tu vas jusqu'à l'ascenseur avant de te rappeler qu'il est en panne. Alors que tu saisis les sacs de course, tu réalises que Sam a pris tous les ingrédients pour faire des fajitas, ton plat préféré. Bois, bois. Oh, c'est pas si mal. Tu oublies le sale temps et les factures impayées en cuisinant dans ta délicieuse petite cuisine et vous partagez des éclats de rire ensemble comme avant. Pour la première fois depuis que tu as emménagé, alors que Sam t'asperge de crème fraîche depuis l'autre bout de la table, tu te dis que tu te crées à nouveau des souvenirs heureux. L'argent ne fait pas tout. En effet. Un petit donut. Petit donut. Jour 2340, un temps pour la réflexion. Oula! Ça fait plus de 13 ans que ton père est mort, tu t'es rendu sur sa tombe plusieurs fois depuis. Habituellement pendant les périodes de stress intense, ou quand tu essayes de comprendre quelque chose, quand tu veux simplement un peu de paix et de tranquillité. Aujourd'hui c'est pareil. Tu sens la main de Sam sur ton épaule et sa pression te rassure. Que Sam soit encore là avec toi te remplit de gratitude. L'avoir à tes côtés semble toujours rendre les choses plus faciles. Le croassement d'un corbeau attire ton attention alors qu'il s'en va. Je pense qu'il y a une fin où franchement on s'est mis toute notre famille à dos et on a pu... Enfin les enfants nous parlent plus, on n'a plus de femmes, on a divorcé et tout. Charlie n'avait que 8 ans lorsque son grand-père est mort. Il n'a pas vraiment mesuré l'ampleur de la perte à l'époque, mais en grandissant tu as fait de ton mieux pour lui transmettre ce que ton père t'avait appris. Et maintenant qu'il a grandi, c'est lui qui commence à t'apprendre des choses. C'était plutôt étrange, mais il le fait avec beaucoup de tendresse. Tu ressens de la fierté en voyant l'homme qu'il est maintenant devenu. Suzy, malgré tout ce qu'elle a traversé, est toujours un roc pour toi. Elle sera une excellente mère pour les jumeaux. Ils n'auraient pas pu trouver un foyer plus aimant. Ah, ils ont adopté. Il y a eu beaucoup de disputes au fil des ans, mais tu ne modifierais rien de ce qui s'est passé. Voir tout le chemin parcouru par ta fille ne cesse de t'émerveiller. Elle est l'une des meilleures choses de ta vie. La relation avec Chris a toujours été un peu en dents de scie, mais ces derniers temps, on dirait que vous vous entendez mieux. C'est un changement bienvenu et a certainement rendu ta vie avec Sam plus facile. Mais c'est ça la famille, il faut faire avec le bon comme avec le mauvais. Elle est peut-être dans une maison de soins, dans un établissement haut de gamme, mais ça te réconforte de savoir que ta mère est toujours là. Même si elle ne te reconnaît presque plus, sa présence est toujours rassurante. Tu peux vivre avec maintenant. Tu te retournes et te diriges vers la voiture. Tu ne peux pas contrôler la vie, ce qui se passe, ce qui vit et qui meurt. Tout ce que tu peux faire, c'est avancer et encaisser ce qui va arriver ensuite. Est-ce que la vie, sinon une série de petites décisions qui nous définissent, et on ne sait jamais à l'avance dans quelle direction ces petites décisions nous portent. Tout ça pour en arriver ici. Ok, donc on a une famille soudée. C'était l'achievement. On est orienté famille. Jour 2602. Le type qui fournit les infos pendant le chargement est en congé. Du coup, c'est quoi la suite? Parce que j'ai vraiment pas l'impression que le gouvernement est là pour partir. Le final est déjà... Enfin, je suppose, 7 ans se sont écoulés depuis l'élection. Ok.
Winston, good evening. Back here again, it would seem. I'd tell you what's coming up later, but we both know you wouldn't bloody listen, so I shan't waste my breath. But you should know, we're still having a few problems with your machinery. Locked buttons, screens flickering on and off, sparks and the like. I'm sure you'll manage without issue. Oh, and
Il y a des soucis avec...
don't forget, you've got free reign of the SFX
Chut,
buttons
chut,
now.
chut,
Perhaps
chut.
you should try not to undermine the talent, though, eh?
Carte blanche sur les effets sonores? Don't mind me if I do.
What have you got me?
Nothing, Colin.
No, come on, seriously. Not even a cake.
I'm sorry, no.
Okay. No worries.
Megan s'est fait remplacer.
How old are you then, Cole? Okay, here we go. Big smiles.
I've actually gained a year.
Non, elle est là?
Celebrated 44
Elle est
last
là.
year, but it's actually this year.
Qu'est-ce qui se passe? Ils sont tous...
44. I'm going in
Plaf!
4.
Ah ouais, ça va être complexe. Ok.
Good Good evening and welcome.
Spice it up with some audience responses, Alex.
I'm Megan and I'm joined as always by the inimitable Robin and Patrick.
Ah ouais, on est vraiment libre.
I've got so much going on tonight. I'm excited.
I'd say I'm about a 12, Megan, on the excitement scale. Yeah, exactly. We have got so much SoCo stuff coming up.
We sure do. We have celebrity chef Jordan Rankley who will be cooking up a storm.
We'll be announcing the winners of our big competition, Visions of the Future, and we'll be joined by a very special guest for a game of Wheel of Truth. And I'll even be showing you how to make your own Leader's Day gifts. We've got all of that and so much more tonight on The Nightly Show.
With SFX, less is more, Alex.
Ouais. Quoi? Oh, sweet! Baby Jesus, j'avais même pas vu. Maintenant, la meuf est officiellement Patrick. Ok. Il y avait une tortue et un hamster?
Cases by Chef Jordan Rankley. But first, we know you love them, so Robin's going to give us an update on our lovely nightly show pets in Pet Corner.
Fine, suit yourself.
Well, Megan, first up we have our hamster, Lord Cheeks. Now, he's a squat winter grey with the scientific name Adipem stultus, and he lives here with us in this cage.
Mais on s'en cogne!
And they actually have special pouches in their cheeks.
Oh mon Dieu!
He loves carrots, apples, and chewing tobacco. Now, hamsters are nocturnal, so we'll do our best not to wake him up. But let's just see if we can. Well, the door has been left open. It looks as though Lord Cheeks has actually gone for a little wander. But I'm sure he will be around here somewhere. In the meantime, let's say hello to our tortoise. Now, after last month's viewer vote, she is now, of course, called Slow Barbara. And don't panic, even though it is December, Babs here doesn't actually hibernate. Let's say hello. Oh, she's sleeping. Oh, Babs. Oh.
Oh non, elle est morte. Oh, le fiasco.
Those are our nightly show pets, Megan, both alive and well. Back to you.
Thanks, Robin. We'll check in on them, or some very similar animals at the same time tomorrow. Now then, I hope you're hungry, because if not, you're about to be. Patrick Bannon is with Chef Jordan Rankley, and they're going to be showing us how to knock up a delicious apple pie. It's time to go into the kitchen. That's right, and I'm joined here by Chef Jordan Rankley. Welcome to the Nightly Show kitchen.
Elle a l'air ravie.
Kitchens you're used to.
I love the colours. It's vibrant. It's fresh. It's a shame about all the arseholes. Yes?
Sorry?
What?
So, you own 6 restaurants, you've been awarded 9 Ballon Massifs across your career, and you've worked alongside the best chefs in the world. Tonight you've got me. Oh, are you worried?
Am I fucking worried? Are you worried? Are you fucking worried?
C'est une parodie de Gordon Ramsay.
What are we making today, chef?
So, we've got a family over for Leader's Day. They're hungry. We're going to make them a delicious apple pie.
Ooh, lovely.
It's got sweetness, it's got the acidity of the fruit, and then get the richness of that pastry. Incredible.
Wow, okay, so where do we start?
So, we're going to start by making our filling. So, we've got about 1 kilogram of fresh cooking apples here. Fucking beautiful. And we're going to slice these up perfectly.
C'est clairement Gordon Ramsay.
Straight into the pan.
Your new show, Demon Kitchen Heart Eater, starts on Friday here on Channel 1, so tell us about that.
So, teams of young chefs come into my kitchen, and one by one I destroy them emotionally. And if there's time, I teach them some basic knife skills. Fuck me, Patrick. What are you doing?
What?
Shit. Is that how you cut? Fuck, you'll lose a fucking finger.
Don't worry, I've got spares. Right, so once we've done that, we set these aside whilst we make the pastry. Yeah?
Yep. Bowl. Yeah? Okay. Sugar. butter. We mix that together, and then a whole egg. What are you doing, you fucking donkey? Are your brains the size of that fucking egg?
Oh, no, chef.
No. Shit. Right. Mix that with a wooden
Elle a mis l'œuf en entier.
that flour, okay? Work that into a nice
Oh, qu'est-ce qu'elle est con.
just like that.
So, what does the notoriously fierce Jordan Rankley do to unwind?
Shit the bed. What's that? What is that?
Well, it's a bit lumpy.
Lumpy? It could fucking pass for a sack of spice. Touch that. Touch it. Yeah? Pathetic. That goes into chill. Now, we're mixing our filling.
Okay.
Apples, sugar, cinnamon.
Oh, so, you own 6 restaurants across 5 territories. Which is your favourite?
Are you mixing that or fucking it?
What?
Are you going to light a candle? Take it out to dinner? Fucking mix it for fuck's sake. Right, now we're rolling out 2/3 of our pastry. Bit of flour into the dish.
And,
Du croustillant comme ça.
right?
Non, à l'aide.
Lovely. Then we're taking the remaining pastry, rolling that into a round, and that goes on the top. Beautiful.
Eh, je me donne du mal là, les gars.
Right. Wash a bit of water around the rim. Beautiful. Now press gently all the way around. And we're cutting 5 slashes very carefully for the steam. And then brushing the whole thing with a beaten egg.
Lovely. Okay. Egg. Ta-da! What do you think?
Oh my god. You, come here, you.
Oh là là.
That's a disgrace. I'd rather jam my eyeballs up my fucking arse than look at that. I'd rather use my tongue to tie my shoes after a fucking shit-kicking contest, you understand?
C'est fleuri.
Then it goes in the oven for 45 minutes.
Oh, put your fucking head in the oven while you're at it. Useless. You! Come here, you! You're the worst fucking thing to happen to food since cyanide. Do you know that?
Je veux une référence au sandwich.
Fuck off! Get the fuck out of here! Fuck off!
Okay, well, while I do that, let's go now to Megan and Robin, who will be announcing the winners of our competition. Visions of the future.
Don't forget the SFX buttons.
Well, that looks delicious. If you want to follow along at home, then make sure you write in with a stamped addressed envelope and we'll send you the fact sheet. So, Robin, look at all these amazing entries to the Vision of the Future competition.
Yes, we challenged you to show us your predictions of the future and we were just inundated with entries, weren't we, Megan?
C'est très dynamique la cuisine, en effet.
To global problem solving, they are all amazing. And we had
Cette musique, elle est horrible.
It was so tough narrowing it all down, so we have some amazing runners up. In 3rd place, drum roll please, we have Hamish, who's 3 from Lunwelly. He calls this still life and future of God, and it really blew us away. Just look at the line work here, and I can really feel every passionate stroke of the brush.
If you look here, you'll see a beautifully rendered, what I thought at first was a smiley face or perhaps a cat. But I think if you really look, you'll see it's actually a representation of the seeming futility of death through the eyes of the living.
Indeed. He's also chosen to just
Okay.
which I think is really interesting. If you know Hamish and his work, of course he loves focusing on the negative space rather than the image itself.
Stunning, absolutely stunning, and such talent from one so young, Megan. But next up we have our 2nd place entry. So in 2nd, drum roll please, we have Keith. 41
Okay.
from Dungley's. Keith, we were sort of aiming this towards our younger viewers, but
Okay.
still, he has sent in his idea of the future, which he's calling Ravaged Earth.
Indeed, he says in his really rather detailed notes, deprived of basic resources, society will resort to a brutal system of weekly battles to the death, where only the victor may breed.
Oh mon Dieu!
Either that or about the same, but maybe a bit worse.
I'm really
love his attention to detail. You can see the sort of gladiatorial.
J'ai déjà essayé la peinture, je ferai aucun commentaire.
I can only assume is Keith himself pulling off this chap's head.
Après, honnêtement, l'importance de la peinture, c'est de t'éclater. Hein.
Oh, Keith. Maybe if you spent more time outdoors and less time entering children's competitions, she might not have left.
Special one there. And finally, of course, it's time to reveal our winner. All our runners-up will receive a day out at an inflatable happy land on an industrial estate just off the A40. Sorry about that, Keith. But our lucky winner will win the chance to spend the day at the Department of Change to see how our teammates are actually making the new future a reality every day. And the winner is... drum roll, please. It's... Oh, happy with that. You're 8 years old and you are from Smugly. We absolutely love your picture here. People's Parade. You've got folks walking together, just really celebrating the diversity of our society.
You've got people with all different flags, people celebrating their religion and their bodies, and there's even a game of sports sport happening over here. That or some overzealous littering, it's hard to tell.
I love these robots having a little bit of a dance, getting involved in the party. Aren't they? This one seems to have gone a bit haywire in what I can only assume is an ominous sign of things to come. Lovely, Lola.
Well, if our winners have inspired you to make some artwork of your own, do keep sending them in, and yours could be displayed in our gallery here.
Well done again to everyone who took part. We're going to take a break now, but when we come back, we'll be playing the Wheel of Truth and making some lovely homemade gifts. Don't go away. We'll be back after this.
I don't know what you did, but it's definitely made things worse down there, Winston. Probably going to be even more difficult for you in this segment.
Mais...
What's the point? You don't listen to me anyway. Yeah, just do what you
Mais j'ai fait de mon mieux. Pourquoi ils sont méchants? Donc à la fin de la toile pesait 3 fois son poids d'origine, peut-être même 4 fois. J'ai tendance à faire ça. La technique que j'utilise sur mes tableaux, ça consiste à mettre vraiment énormément de matière. Je travaille le blanc. D'abord, je fais une grosse couche de blanc que j'essaie de sculpter et après, je mets de l'encre colorée par-dessus. Et du coup, ça fait que les toiles pèsent une tonne. Mais c'est du fun. Note de segment D. Franchement, je vais bouder en fait. Je vais finir par bouder. Oui, pour bouder.
It's playing havoc with the sound. It's bad out there. We're being stretched.
J'ai froid, donc du coup j'ai mes poignets qui font des siennes.
It's a revolution, Colin. Well, can you ask them to keep it down a bit?
Jenny, where's Glenn? Can we get him out here? I'm not sure about this grandma one.
Oh, he's writing with our other guests at the moment.
I just wouldn't say grandma. Yes, grandmother's arsehole. That's much better.
Okay, everyone, if I could have your attention, please. Sarah just needs a word.
Apparently there's been some sort of disturbance near the studio. Now I'm sure it's nothing to worry about, but I wanted to let you know that I've asked for extra security and they're already on their way.
Okay, 10 seconds, so positions out.
Ça va être le bordel?
Okay, this time you've said it.
Laughing, and we're going in 5, 4, 3.
Welcome back to the Nightly Show. I'm sorry, we were just saying we can't wait to taste Patrick's pie.
Oh, I don't know, I think I could wait.
Well, here it is, fresh out the oven.
Oh,
wow, it does look amazing. Jordan, how did Patrick do?
Wow, let's just say, that pie's got more crust than my grandmother's arsehole.
Well, thank you for that.
Eh, c'est sportif, hein.
Try it, dig in. Okay.
Oh, non, merci.
Oh my god. Oh lord.
And a little glass of comfort for Robert, I think.
But now you better go and get ready for that next feature. Every night we play a game of Wheel of Truth with our celebrity guests. But I know what you're thinking. Megan, we've only got one celeb guest. Well observed, viewers, well observed. Well then, I better bring her out.
One for the state of the nation.
What do you think?
And one for me.
Best-selling author, lawyer, and thinker. I mean, she's only the blooming team leader. It's Julia Salisbury.
Prime Minister Julia Salisbury.
Oh, welcome, Julia.
Oh, so good to see you. Oh, Megan, you look incredible.
Stop it, I was just about to say the same thing. Now, don't get too comfortable. It's time to head over to Robin and Patrick as we play Wheel of Truth.
That's right, it's that part of the show where we pit our celebrities
Dynamique, hein.
to see if we can break
T'as aimé plus qu'un dé, bah
Robin,
c'est parfait.
They're gonna spin the wheel to pick a round, and it could be anything from box of flies to slap my face. They really have no idea.
Lovely.
Merci, merci, j'essaye.
We have Jordan. Let's give it a spin. Here we go.
Okay, let's see what you've landed on. Okay, it's fact or fib. Jordan, is it true that you've been known to order takeaway for a dinner party and pass it off as your own cooking?
It's one fucking time. One time.
Well, I think if that pie was anything to go by, you did them a favour.
Oh, not so fast there, Julia. Fact or fib? We've heard you've got a very interesting way of saving time during the laundry.
Oh my God!
Why don't you tell us about it?
You absolutely no. I
No.
So don't judge me, okay? What I do is oh God, I'm going to lose my job over this.
Oh, we're all frantic. Come on.
Oh, okay. So I only have one bra, okay? And so one day a week I wash it. And on that day, I can't wear it.
No! Honestly, raise my taxes. We're clearly not paying you enough.
Come to my dressing room after the show. We'll sort you out.
Are you blushing, Patrick? Is all this talk of bras embarrassing you?
Blushing? I mean, I'm not blushing. Come on then, you.
C'est tellement gênant de fausseté, j'en peux plus.
Okay, here we go. Oh, it's guess that face. I'm going to show you a picture and you simply have to guess that face. Okay, you ready? Here we go. Julia. Oh, who's that?
Oh my God!
Is that you?
Yes! Look, it was a very...
Ouais, ça rigole dur, hein.
It was fucking hilarious.
No, don't. I think it's sweet.
The mullet is as popular now as it's ever been.
Oh, well, don't get too ahead of yourself there. Jordan, who is this? Does that look familiar at all?
Oh, wow! Well, I'm glad I was getting fashion advice from someone who managed to make 7 look like 85.
Just what the doctor ordered.
I look like I'm haunting that fucking...
Bah ça boit dur.
Right, we've got to move on. Jordan, let's have another spin.
Okay, here we go.
It's my go, Patrick. Go on. I'm so keen.
Let's go so much.
Oh, well, you're in for a treat.
Yeah.
It's fat or fish. Okay. If you look under your podiums, you will find a lovely fish smoothie. Now, I'm going to ask you both a question, and all you have to do is answer it honestly, or else you'll have to drink the smoothie. Okay?
Okay.
Are you ready for the question? Yes. Here we go. Which of your esteemed hosts is the more talented one? Oh, what a cop-out!
Lol, qu'est-ce qu'on s'amuse.
Oh, we made it extra fishy.
I need my fucking mouth. Do you know how much these taste to work?
Well, we've got time for one more quick spin, so go, Julia, go! Julia,
Allez.
take a look in that box under your desk there.
to do with these?
Well, give it a go for us.
But I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing.
Come on. Do it, do it,
I want
do
to
it, do it, do it.
Yay! C'est excessivement gênant, la meuf dirige le pays quand même. Hein. Oh merde!
Unexpected. Well, gosh, that was our game of Wheel of Truth, and my God, wasn't that fun?
Okay.
That hit the spot.
And now it's time to head over to Megan in Crafty Corner.
You're taking the piss now.
That's right, join me in Crafty Corner, where today I'm going to be ably assisted by Julia. Come on over here. Goodness me, I don't know how you're keeping your dinner down. I can still smell that fish.
Well, to be honest, I've had worse. I used to eat at Peter Clement's house.
Oh, well, I hope you've got your artsy hat on, because today we're going to be making something very close to my heart. It's our little studio. Look at that. Isn't it adorable? All of us there on the sofa.
Wow. Oh, it's gorgeous. Oh, is there
Oh. Yeah, it is. If we can just get a little zoom in, there we are. Oh, I don't know about you, Julia, but I always leave my holiday shopping to the last minute.
Oh, every year. I do it every year.
Well, luckily these make amazing gifts. Shall we get cracking?
Oh, well, not much left in the bottom. Clearly not too...
Here. And Julia,
Il est complètement en train de se bourrer la gueule. Oui, comme Trump en vrai. Ouais, absolument.
Are you big celebrators in your house, Julia?
Oh, yes, no. In my house, we show our love through food, like big dinners, loads of drinks.
Absolutely right. That's the best bit about any holiday. It's all that food.
This bit as well.
Absolutely right. Cutting along the line there. Do be careful with the scissors at home. Make sure you're being supervised if you are a child. There we go. Fabulous.
There we go.
Okay, so it's going to look a little something like this, and I've got one here I made earlier. We painted it with a bit of poster paint, white to match.
C'est supposé être les news hein, à la base.
But you can obviously have whichever backdrop you like.
Like a nice shiny gold number.
On se croirait un petit peu sur genre Canal J, non?
Bits of our set now to put in the studio, perhaps a little desk. So I'm just going to grab this piece of card. I've just got it from a little cereal box packet. I think you... I'll give you this one, Julia. Shall I?
Thank you
There
so
you go.
much.
And all you need to do is cut along the lines there.
Mm.
Fabulous. So what's the best part of any Leaders' Day dinner, do you reckon?
I don't even have to think about it. Really? I love the 3 potato pie.
Ah, j'avoue, les matinales.
You know, with the chips
Sauf que là, c'est le
covered in
soir. Hein.
mash or wrapped up in a jacket potato. Is that just me that does that? I don't know, but that sounds starchy.
Well done, Julia. So now she's folding over a little bit there. What it's going to look like at the end is this little rectangular shape there. And we're going to pop it in the middle. Bit of sticky tape on the back there so it sticks down. Now we need a sofa. That's what we need next. We're going to make that out of a lovely paper cup. Having fun down there, knocking it all over. Good, fun. Along the line here, down the middle. Exactly right. Then when you've done that, around the bottom and again around the top. Well done. When you're done,
there we go.
It's going to look a little something like this. And look what I've done there. I've stuck some felt down. Nice and comfortable sofas.
Seigneur.
Have our tiny Megan having an uncomfortable sofa, can we?
Absolutely not.
She'll be on the phone to her tiny agent and getting someone tiny fired.
Allez.
Higher caliber of guests.
Nearly, it's people. So all we've done to make our little people is we've stuck a cocktail stick into a bottle cap. We just need a face for that now. I've got a good one here. I know it well. It's me.
Oh, j'ai pas allumé la télévision depuis... Enfin si, j'ai allumé la télévision, mais pas pour la télévision, quoi. Elle est même pas branchée, le câble, pour aller à la télé.
Sitting down on the couch over there.
There you go. And well, I'll make myself just comfortable just there.
And these, of course, are all made and cut out of our favourite newspapers or magazines. So you can have any guests you like. Julia, is there anyone else you'd like in a studio?
Oh, yes. Well, I'm going to be playing Wheel of Truth with Ronnie from Heatrash.
Nice.
Yes. Let's put that away. Yes, he's going to be teaching me choreography, and I'll be teaching him foreign policy.
And of course, you can decorate them however you want.
No.
If you're a bit, I don't know, nostalgic for the old look of our studio. We've got the blue studio down there, or even retro red. I've got Sheila Quickstep being interviewed there by. Sorry, that's not supposed to be.
Oh, mama, that's crazy. Oh, bloody hell, is it still on?
It's time for a break. When we come back, I'll be on the couch of chat talking to some of you, and I just cannot wait. We'll be back after these messages.
You know what, Winston? I think I finally understand your disdain for this job, this place. Looking at this farce, what's the point? Why are we even bothering?
Oui, je vous présente l'état du journalisme aujourd'hui. Voilà, c'est l'idée.
Should we be worried? We've got the Prime Minister here. It's good that she's here. She's the reason for the extra security. Are we going to need it? Possibly. They're back. It's not very reassuring. I know. Good thing I'm not your mum, right?
After much pacing, and I confess.
Et... J'essaye si dur, je suis tellement concentrée. Oh non, j'ai essayé de faire montage dynamique, j'ai mis plein de petits sons et tout, mais ça... Ils m'ont mis un C. Tellement pas juste. Franchement, je vais finir comme le patron. Pourquoi je me donne du mal? Pourquoi je me donne du mal? Ça sert à rien. De manière, c'est un programme de merde, avec des présentatrices de merde, des chaînes de merde. Voilà, ça y est, moi aussi, je suis désabusée.
That is not a thing.
Oh yeah, Catholicism runs my family. Sponsors huge in circuses and casinos.
En fait, je zone sur Arte, c'est tout. Je mets en fond pour avoir un son.
Everybody okay in here? Yeah, we would be if you
Mais oui, ils ont mérité un B. C'est devenu vraiment bien Arte. J'ai toujours trouvé ça sympa Arte, mais ils se sont vraiment mis au goût du jour.
The services know what they're doing.
So, nobody freak out when the shooting starts, okay? The show must go on and all that. Tits and tea. Oh, God, sorry.
Thank you, Jenny. Tits and teeth, armed and ready.
Ok. Yay.
Business, yes. In 5,
Seigneur Dieu.
4, 3.
Welcome back to the nightly show where it's time for the Prime Minister to face the toughest critics in the territories. You lot out there.
Call us on the usual numbers with your questions for the Prime Minister.
First up, we have Humphrey from Hamble Bamblebury. Lovely place. I'm hoping to retire there.
Oh, good choice.
Are you there, Humphrey? Are you there, Humphrey? Hello, Humphrey. We appear to have lost Humphrey. We'll try and get him back, but let's go to another call in the meantime. Who've we got next, Patrick?
Next up, we've got Mandy from Arsminster. Oh, I don't think I'll be retiring there.
Hi, Mandy. You're through to the Prime Minister. What's your question?
Y'a personne?
Hello? Hello? Mandy? Mandy? What's going on, Jenny?
We try not to talk to the crew.
Jenny?
The lines are down.
Oh, well, call down to maintenance and get...
We can't. All the lines are down.
Well, apologies to our viewers at home. We seem to have a few technical gremlins making mischief behind the scenes. So while we're getting back up and running, Patrick has a couple of questions that were sent in by our viewers earlier this week.
I do? Oh, yes. Yes, no, of course I do. Well, our first question is from Trisha, who lives on Camera Avenue. And what she really wants to know...
Oh là.
Lock the door! Lock the fucking door!
Listen to the CCO!
Ooh.
Seal the doors!
Yep.
You're Jenny, aren't you? Come here. Don't be afraid, Jenny. We're not here to hurt you. We're not here to hurt anyone. If we don't have to, all I want you to do is to keep the show on the air. Do you understand?
Je suis là pour.
Do your job and everything will be all right, okay?
Don't be afraid, Jenny.
Oh.
You two, on your knees over there. Move! So, this is the famous couch of chat, eh?
I don't answer questions at gunpoint, Mr. James.
You're not at gunpoint, Prime Minister. They are.
Please don't kill me, please. Nevertheless, if you think I'm going to answer to you, then I'm afraid
you don't have to answer to me, Julia. Are the doors locked and sealed?
Yes, sir. No one's getting in around.
Good. Good. All clear.
Good. Thank you. Yes, good. Thank you.
Jeremy?
Il est là. Voilà, ça mérite. Moi. Tout ce que tu veux, mon bébé. Salut.
Hello, you.
Oh.
Why didn't you make contact?
It would have only put you in their crosshairs. I'm sorry.
Rotten, selfish bastard.
Yes. Keep the show going for me. Of course. Let them go, Alan. There'll be no killing tonight. There'll be no killing tonight.
Hello. Sorry, I don't think we've met. I'm Patrick Bannon.
Is that what you're telling yourself, is it? Is that what you're telling yourself, is it?
Voilà.
Sorry for barging in. Hate what you've done with the place.
Me too. Would you like your spot?
It's yours now. You wear it well. It's yours now. So, let's talk, shall we?
Armed security are on their way, Mr. Donaldson. I know you know that.
Oh, we best make use of the time we have then, eh?
Well, I'll leave you to it then.
No. I think you should stay too.
For safety.
I think you should stay too. For balance.
Yay!
Good evening. I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Let's welcome back the National Rifle Unit. Tonight I'm joined by probably the two most influential people in the country, if not the continent. So let's see if we can't kick over a few rocks and see what's lurking underneath. Prime Minister, if I could turn to you first.
I have nothing to hide.
Except that which is already hidden. Prime Minister, what is norethindrone?
I beg your pardon?
Norethindrone. It's used in birth control, among other things. If you haven't heard of that, perhaps you could enlighten us in regards to Agrobacterium tumefaciens.
I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about, Mr. Donaldson.
Well, that suggests a lack of attention to detail, Prime Minister. It's a bacterium used in the genetic modification of an organism. And I found traces of both these substances in every single one of the menu centre food boxes that I've had analysed, from across the territories, if you're wondering.
What exactly are you suggesting?
I'm not suggesting anything, Prime Minister. I'm just pointing out the facts.
Oh my God. Is that why Kate and I can't have...
So you blamed it on the radioactive clouds from your bombs?
Before Stacey. We tried so many times.
Prime Minister, is there something wrong with the food? Is there something wrong with the food?
Elle m'a regardé, je l'ai regardé, elle m'a regardé, je l'ai regardé.
Fine. You want the truth? You think it'll help your viewers sleep at night? Well, here it is. 6 years ago, when we came to power, we had access to the real facts and figures. And they told us we were doomed. The population was expanding at an unsustainable rate. Within 50 years, we would be out of natural resources. We would war over fuel, and then inevitably food and clean water. It was no exaggeration to say that we were facing extinction. It was supposed to be opt-out contraception, an end to unwanted children, a chance to rebalance. But something went wrong in the testing phase. Nature took over. I never wanted this.
So you covered it up? and blame the sterility on the bombs.
Oh, please don't lecture me on morality, Mr. James. Your hands are far too dirty for that.
Disrupt only did what had to be done.
Disrupt are not the answer. You'll just take us to an even more extreme version of where we were before. Your miserable policies will kill us all.
I'm not the one who built the transition centres.
No, you're from a time where people didn't even have the basic right to choose how and when to die.
You turned children against their parents.
We enabled young people to speak up about the abuse that they were facing. And guess what? Most of that abuse came from within their own families.
Identity cards!
Grow up!
Sterilised us against our will. Sterilised us against our will.
I built a sustainable future.
That's too much. That's not for you to choose. That's not for you to choose.
Well, if not me, then who? Who would choose it for themselves?
And isn't that at the heart of all this? You don't trust us to choose. You think you know best, you know what's good for us, and if we disagree with you, then you'll send us to betterment. That's why there's no news anymore, because there's no choice, so there's no point.
There should be elections.
Elections have been suspended.
Time to unsuspend them then. If you want to carry on, you'll need a mandate. We have people ready to stand against you in every territory.
So, let's turn to you, Mr. James.
Yes. I want to assure the public that though Disrupt are occasionally forced to violent means, we are not by nature a violent organisation.
Jenny?
Yes, Jeremy?
Could you have this queued up for us, please?
Of course, Jeremy. It'd be a pleasure.
Ah, on va avoir une tape.
In a way. Mr. James, before you launch into your rather premature election campaign, I think it'd be useful for the viewers at home if you were to also answer a question or two.
Of course. When we come to power, one of the first things we'll do
Elle est en
is
train d'arriver.
restore the free press. The truth is very important. No more hidden secrets.
If you say
Est-ce qu'on va la voir?
From whom do you take your orders, by the way?
I beg your pardon?
Well, you're Disrupt spokesman, but for whom do you speak?
Non, c'est que des gens qui passent. Ah, j'ai cru qu'on allait la voir, genre déposer la cassette.
I don't share those concerns. You see, I've met with them almost 5 years ago now, back when I was a news anchor. And I also met with them a week ago to discuss tonight's activities. I think they wanted to check that I'd stick to the script, which really shows how little they know me. So this time, I wore a hidden camera. Would you like to see a little of what we discussed?
No, you can't. She'll have them arrested. They'll be dead by morning.
Je veux ma tape.
Fortunately, it's not up to me. It's up to Alex in the broadcast room.
Oui, c'est moi.
What screen, Jenny?
Screen 4.
No, you can't.
On
My
est déjà
people will
dessus.
stop you. Cut the power to your machines.
Well, I would imagine mine will be doing their level best to ensure that Mr. Donaldson's footage gets the airing it deserves. After all, my security forces will be here soon, and I imagine this will end very badly for all of you.
Queued up and ready.
Thank you, Jenny. Alex, showing this will have consequences. For someone not showing it. It's up to you.
Alex, you got us this far. Please don't fall at the last hurdle.
Oh damn, glad I'm not making this choice.
Enculé.
All the years of disrupting. You could make it all for nothing. Please, don't play that footage. Don't play that footage.
Non, j'ai confiance en Jérémy.
Certain in your research.
It's unpalatable but true. Advance are covertly sterilising the population.
Why don't you just release this through your normal channels?
Mr. James is surprisingly efficient rabble-rouser. The peasants respond to his more earthly qualities. But you, Mr. Donaldson, are a face they trust.
We did not risk our operative's life to rescue you out of altruism.
And afterwards? Once all this is out in the open?
We anticipate considerable unrest, possibly riots.
Followed, of course, in the restoration of democratic elections, under our control, of course.
Nature abhors a vacuum. You, Mr. Donaldson, will create that vacuum, and we should be there to fill it.
That will take considerable resources. From what I understand, Advance took your wealth.
The visible billions, yes.
Some markets still prosper.
There will always be addicts.
And those with carnal desires for livestock of all ages. A lucrative business indeed.
And then there are the foreign powers, outside the territories. Those who fear to follow the fate of my glorious Erkistan. For them, no price is too high.
Folks like us are always well-resourced. You need have no concern about that. We have the required funds to fight and to win.
And once the fight is done, to make sure this aberrance is never seen again, a return to the natural order of things. The wheat rises to the top and the chaff is burned away. No more living side by side with ill-educated savages. Let the plebs pile up in the ghettos.
Yeah.
Okay.
End to ungodly acts. Everyone back in their place.
Including our Mr. James. It amazes me how he cannot hear the Damoclean sword as it dangles above his head.
Oh, he was an ignorant bull. He sees only the red cape in front of him. Never the hidden blade.
And so it is with the low orders. They are lost in this new world.
They will gladly walk back to Old One, and they will be ours again. As it
Oh, c'est le bordel. Ça veut dire que là, on est complètement dans le sens du gouvernement, en fait.
You set me up.
No, Alan, you did that to yourself.
Now do you understand what you're doing?
Do you understand why we have to?
Pathetic. Neither of you recognises your own reflection.
How long, Jenny?
For long, I imagine. For any of you.
Security are outside. They've been here for 5 minutes, but they're not doing anything. Turns out there's a lot of them who wanted children. We're already a few minutes over, Megan, but with ratings like this, Bozeman's no fool.
Do you want to take us out?
It should be you.
It should be both of us. You start.
Before we go tonight,
one final thought.
There's so much to digest here. What's happened tonight in this political circus?
The tent is collapsing and the ringmasters have lost their glitter.
There will be elections. Soon, I'd imagine. You'll be able to choose.
These two will run. A choice between a shit sandwich and a cold cup of soup. A circus of horrors.
Two extremes, both offering their own form of misery.
You can choose advance and be equal.
In cages, like performing lions.
Or disrupt and be free.
To struggle and starve.
Or you can do something different. You can run. You can stand. You can stop promoting the way things are and change it.
You're good people, and you are sensible people. You know the difference between right and wrong.
So stop whinging and do something. Take responsibility, because if you don't, it'll all be left in these clouds.
And that's the worst circus of all.
My name's Jeremy Dawson.
And I'm Megan Wolf.
Have a transformative night.
And then make tomorrow better.
And we're out.
You're done. This programme is checked.
No, Julia, not them. We're done. They got us both.
Your security team say they'll escort you when you're ready. We can call you a taxi.
Bah, c'était puissant.
Wherever you want.
Am I under oath?
Et très vrai, comme tout le reste de ce jeu. Et vraiment, il pointe où ça fait mal, quoi. À chaque instant, c'est incroyable.
We should go and see Bozeman.
But we see them.
We'll do it together.
Moving among us.
Yes.
Clear as day. So
And then we'll burn this set.
undermining our lives.
C'est fini comme ça. Ils vont tout cramer. Laurence Bunderclash est toujours adulée par le peuple mais reste détestée dans son milieu. Jesus est toujours à la recherche de fonds pour aller sur la Lune. Il a également besoin de scientifiques et d'ingénieurs. La carrière de Lil C ne cesse de prendre de l'ampleur. Elle a récemment sorti une ligne de bougies parfumées et une sextape. Sophia Remington et Remington Swiss plc possèdent désormais plus d'un quart de la richesse mondiale. La grosse puanteur est devenue une attraction touristique pour les moins regardés. Le dernier membre survivant de l'équipe d'expédition s'est rebaptisé David je sais pas quoi et est mort en portant un masque constitué de peau de visage des anciens dirigeants. Surmontant toute une vie de persécution, Eric Justin est ensuite devenu une figure de proue du mouvement activiste pro-roux, en plus de plus en plus radical. Totalement pour le moment activiste pro-roux. Absolument. Oh, le cast! tellement de gens derrière ce truc. Et ça, c'est juste des gens qui sont devant la caméra. Incroyable. Ah, c'était super. C'était tellement bien. Et du coup, je sais pas si on a eu une bonne ou une mauvaise fin. Je dirais que c'est plutôt une bonne fin, mais un peu douce amère, dans le sens où bah c'est le bordel, c'est ouvert, c'est au peuple de se bouger. Et est-ce que le peuple se bouge vraiment? En dépit de son décès, Elena continue de travailler. Elle a récemment remporté un prix de meilleure actrice dans son rôle de presse-papier. Quel enfer. Aigre douce, exactement. Mais trop contente que le présentateur soit de retour et c'est lui qui a le dernier mot et tout. Ça, c'était génial. C'était tellement cool. La trajectoire ascendante de Pleasure Corp semble inarrêtable. Il n'y a eu qu'une seule catastrophe liée à une croisière de luxe, mais près de la moitié des passagers a survécu. Alors, le Téléthon, on l'a pas encore fait. C'est bien, voilà. Neil Frappadingue a récemment été aperçu en train de manger de la nourriture sortie d'une poubelle. C'est un homme brisé avec de nombreuses pensions alimentaires à payer. Et ce qui est bien, c'est que ça aborde un sujet que je trouve intéressant et important et qui me frustre énormément dans beaucoup d'œuvres de science-fiction, notamment au cinéma, où on a très souvent un gouvernement très répressif, ségrégataire et tout ce genre de choses. Et on a les rebelles qui sont supposément les gentils versus le gouvernement qui sont les méchants. De base, c'est très noir ou blanc. Et le problème, c'est qu'une fois qu'on a les rebelles qui ont fait ce qu'il faut pour renverser le gouvernement méchant, généralement le film s'arrête là. Généralement, on te montre pas le bordel que c'est, on te montre pas que ça crée énormément d'incertitudes, que politiquement c'est très compliqué, qu'au final ceux qui sont les rebelles sont pas forcément meilleurs que ceux qui étaient là avant, que parfois ils peuvent devenir pires. C'est juste très idéalisé à chaque fois et vraiment ça m'enquiquine le fait que on soit autant dans la division. Et dans c'est tout noir, c'est tout blanc.
Good evening, I'm Jeremy Johnson.
And I'm Megan Wolf. Our main stories tonight.
Paniqué, hein, exactement, c'est ça le mot que je cherchais.
And it's a decisive win for Accord. The new centralist party snatched victory from under the noses of the mainstream parties.
Incoming Prime Minister Fatima Chowdhury called Accord's win proof that the major parties had lost the trust of the nation and signalled the end of extremist politics.
Neither Advance nor Disrupt, who failed to garner even 10% of the vote between them, have released a statement.
Later, we'll be looking in detail at the election results across the nation before Jeremy brings us a report on the recent unrest in Valdez.
That's all coming up on tonight's National Nightly News.
Vous avez dérouillé et atteint un accord. Vous avez trouvé 1 sur 14 épilogues. Salle de l'épilogue. Ah, je suis droite. Wesh. Et du coup, on peut les voir, les autres épilogues? Ou il faut forcément jouer? Non, il faut jouer pour les voir. Je pense qu'on a la meilleure fin, en fait. On a fait ça super bien, et on a la meilleure fin. Il y a 14 fins différentes. Et on va pas les faire en live, parce que c'était long. C'était tellement cool. C'était tellement chouette. Je serais quand même vachement curieuse de refaire le jeu un jour. Et justement d'être très dans le sens du gouvernement. Ou, je sais pas, complètement faire foirer ma famille. Vraiment faire capoter les relations. Essayer d'avoir la pire fin possible. Ça peut être drôle. Parce que je pense qu'on a eu la meilleure fin. Et après, t'as la pire fin, et le reste, c'est que des nuances entre les deux. Oh, c'est tellement cool. Tellement cool.
And I'm Jeremy Dawes. Our main headlines tonight.